Hi, my name is Mark Belash. I'm president of TorontoEntrepreneurs.ca. Thanks for watching. In this segment, I'm joined by Candace Huntley, founding partner of Songbird Marketing Communications. Well, thanks for joining me, Candace.
Thanks for having me.
So today we're going to talk about setting your business up for success on social media and for all the business owners and entrepreneurs that are listening. So what social media platforms should you be on? So
So,
business owners be on?
yeah, so really you need to ask yourself another question before answering that. You need to figure out exactly where your target audience hangs out. And then you can figure out where you should be as well. And so you really need to make sure that if you're going to be on more than one platform, that you have a consistent look across all platforms. But really, the number one thing to consider when you're picking your social media platforms is you have to make sure that you have enough resources to actually create a strategy across all platforms. Because if you don't have enough time to put into it and you're on 5 different platforms, you're not doing any of them well, there's really no point in doing it. So it's best to pick one platform and do it really, really well than it is to be on 5 platforms and not do any of them really well.
Yeah, I've seen that happen. So you classic situation. Oh, I'm going to sign up for this and that, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and then you stop using them. So I guess is it okay to cut social media platforms if you're not using them?
Absolutely. There is a right way and a wrong way to do it. You just want to make sure that you're announcing that you're not going to be on that platform anymore. So that way, if people navigate to where you had a Twitter account before, they don't just see that your last post was about the great day you had on 2014. Your last post is, we've decided we're not going to be on Twitter anymore. You can find us on Instagram, or you can find us on LinkedIn, or wherever. Find us at your website. Just make sure you direct people where they can find you.
Okay, great. So you've picked your platform. So how do you go about coming up with great content? Like how do you create it? What are your suggestions on that?
Yeah, so you want to make sure that you're creating a really great strategy for it. And that means figuring out what to post, when to post, how to post it. It's really good to make sure that you plan ahead of time. So using a scheduling software is amazing because that means that you can try to stay on top of things when you do create a schedule for yourself, because that consistency is key. If you decide you want to post 3 times a day on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you should keep doing that regularly just so you can make sure that your audience sees a pattern and you can see what works and what's not working for you.
And are there scheduling software that you'd recommend people use?
I mean, obviously, there's a lot of different ones out there. I've used Hootsuite quite a bit. We love Later when it comes to Instagram, especially just because it's so visual and you can actually plan out the way your Instagram feed looks. So just keep it simple. You don't have to have one that has all the bells and whistles. Just because it's expensive doesn't mean it's better for you.
Okay.
Thank you.
And what's the most important thing to remember about social media for business? Is there
You
anything?
want to make sure that you're always being social. The word social is in there for a reason. You're supposed to be creating content to create dialogue. You want to make sure you're not just selling to people all the time. You're actually having conversations and you're creating meaningful connections. And you're really just building a community. The idea is that you want to have loyal followers and loyal customers and people that are going to advocate for your brand. And so you just want to make sure that you're always, always, always being social.
Sounds great, Candace. Any other advice for business owners when it comes to social media? And
Have fun, keep it simple. That's one of the big things is people always overthink it. And yes, it's going to take you time, but you just want to make sure that you're really putting your brand energy and your brand personality into it. You don't have to fit into somebody else's box because it works for them. It might not work for you. Figure out what works for you.
fantastic, great advice. If somebody wants to get hold of you, how do they go about
And
it?
yeah, they can find us at songbirdmarketing.com. You can also find us on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn. We've got a great blog with a lot of tips and tricks for small businesses. So if you're really just looking to educate yourself, to try to move yourself forward, then you can do that. Otherwise, we're also available for a chat at any point. You can set up a free consultation with us.
Sounds great. Well, thanks a lot, Candace. And again, Candace Huntley from Songbird Marketing Communications. My name is Mark Belash, president of TorontoJobs.ca. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Stay safe. And thanks very much, Candace.
Yeah, thanks for having me.